Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Phantom.Strategies. So I want to bring you a quick update on Tron TRX to USD. Today is June the 5th and it's about 8:10 p.m. Eastern here in US. I want to bring you a quick update for Tron technicals, mainly talking about some of the support level, some of the resistance level, and what it might hold going into the rest of this week and perhaps into next week. Okay, so before we get started, as usual, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit those notification and those bell icons so you can get this content right away. And if you think these videos are helping you with your trading, with your investing in the crypto market, then please do give me a thumbs up. That really means a lot. Okay, so that being said, Tron right now is trading at about 6 cents. So let me blow up the current price action a little bit and give you a kind of recap on how you got here and what it might hold in near future. So if you remember, like about in April time frame, we had the Tron was trading around 3 cents mark. It was creating those multiple bottoms it created back in February time frame, then it came again on the March time frame, again in early April. So there were multiple bottoms and it was pretty much parallel with the overall crypto market with Bitcoin. We couldn't break out of that 2-3 cents low, and what happened is then we had a massive spike on the volume, which kind of got us out of that that bottom, or the bottom range for the Tron. Since then we had this massive rally that took us all the way up to the 10 cents mark. This is where I was saying that we might be a little bit overstretched for the short term and we will be seeing some pullback, and that's what happened. Since then we had this nice pullback, then we have a little bit of more sell-off with the market. Try to make a run toward that 10 cents mark. It went up to the 8 cents and then we had this again retracement and got us to our current level, which is around 6 cents. Now what I'm seeing right now here around 6 cents is a base formation for Tron. There's a good solid support around 0.054 cents, and that it's creating a nice base in the price action in the Tron, which actually, if we get a little bit momentum in the market, this can easily turn pretty bullish and we can easily go up to 6 cents, perhaps 7 cents within 24 hours. We do need some volume though. If you look at the volume, it's really declining in the lower base, so I'm expecting a big shift. So the reason I'm saying that is, if you have heard that term calm before the storm, that's kind of what it is right now. Now if it will really dictate with the overall market though. I want to emphasize on that. If the overall market does not pick up and if the overall market sells off, then Tron will follow that overall market pattern. But if the overall market picks up to the north and and toward the upward direction, then obviously Tron will follow that. But I expect Tron to have a nice spike if that happens, because right now the volume is really declining. So I expect if there's a turnaround, a lot of people will jump onto Tron because there's a nice formation of the lower base, and if we get out of this nice formation, it will create this short-term breakout in Tron price action. So that's what I'm looking for. So as far as the target goes, the 7 cents would be kind of or maybe around 0.067, and 7 cents would be a good target for if that happens. Now what we need to see is we need to get out of this resistance trend line, the red one that I have drawn here. If we can get out of that resistance trend line, that will be really bullish. That will signal that we are getting out of this downward channel. Now the main indication that I would really like to see that will make me quite comfortable in Tron is if we can get over this trend line, this bold trend line that I have drawn here. If the price action goes over this trend line, that will be really bullish in Tron, because this trend line support is coming all the way from the December time frame, and if we can get over that, that will be extremely bullish. In the previous video I have mentioned that as long the price action stays over it, I will remain bullish. If it goes under it, then I will have to reevaluate it. So right now this is the reevaluation phase. We are creating this lower base. If the volume is declining, if you see this is very low volume, and if the market turns positive, then expect Tron to get out of this lower base. If the market turns negative, then expect the Tron price action to hit around 5 cents, perhaps maybe around 5 cents would be the price support level for Tron. That's a pretty good solid support for Tron. So as far as, like, if you think about it, if risk to reward for Tron, it's pretty decent. Like, I still wouldn't go all into this position. Like, I would never go all into the position, but if you see this, the support level around the 5 cents mark is pretty significant. So if we can, like, if you're starting a new position, I would keep that 5 cents, or to be exact, 0.054 as my stop loss. Now a lot of people ask me, like, how, if I can give them the numbers based on the BTC, but it's really hard. I try to do that, but it's really hard to do that because BTC is very dynamic. It's not going to be, it's not like, it's constantly moving, and it won't do you any good if I even give you those points, because the price action in BTC will keep on moving with the market, and it's a dynamic digital currency right now. So maybe in future it will be stable enough, but for a time being, it's quite dynamic. So it's hard to give you the pointers based on the BTC. All right. So I will continue to do it based on the dollar. You can use it in your mobile app, or like you can easily convert it. So hopefully, like, it's not as bad. Alright, so just to recap, Tron is creating this lower base right now. As far as the support goes, 0.054 is a pretty solid support. And if we can get out of this consolidation phase in this lower base, we can easily see up to 7 cents for intermediate. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, any other coins that you want me to cover, and we'll go from there. Talk to you soon.